Good morning, fellow aviators. How's everybody doing today? This is Triton. I am currently sitting at my home airport in Little Rock, Arkansas. Thought I'd do a short flight up to Petit Jean State Park today, mainly testing out the new updates to Beyond ATC. ATC systems, and just wanted to see how they perform now. They've had several updates since the last time I did a video with them. But anyhow, without any further ado, let's get the plane started and see how this recording goes. Alright. First of all, I'm going to take the shortcut and do the cheating method to set the plane up this morning. Take our wheel chocks off. We need to put our parking brake on. Tie downs off. Heater covers. Cabin door shut and locked. Latched. Okay. Alright, all my controls are off. Let's see, fuses are all in, it looks like. Fuel is already on. Let's see what our fuel load looks like today. We should be good on that. Listen to that wind howling. Go ahead and inspect everything. Looks good. Go ahead and clean my spark plugs while I'm here. Alright, that should be alright. Well, hopefully this ATC will work properly and will guide us up to Petit Jean. Let's make sure everything is turned off. Alright. So let's put our mixture in, our prop full forward. I'll go ahead and prime our engine. We got cloudy skies this morning in Little Rock. This is the outer edges of Helene, Hurricane Helene, or what's left of it. Came in last night in Florida. Hope everybody is doing good down that way. Alright, power on. Let's turn our beacon on. Mags to both. Crack our throttle a little bit. Let's see if we can get it started up this morning. And we'll lean our mixture. While we sit here and idle for a minute. Turn our avionics on. Nav lights. COM2 radio and transponder ADF to on. And we'll go ahead and set our compass. It's almost pointing due east. It's just a little past east. Something about like so. And let's get our flight plan logged in. Turn that engine noise down just a bit. Matter of fact, I might even put my headphones on just so I can hear a little bit better. Okay. And I need our flight plan, so we need to bring our sim brief panel in and get that flight plan, which is take off at Little Rock on runway 04 left, direct to Little Rock VOR, then direct to Bibbs waypoint, and direct to Petit Jean. Alright, simple enough. Flight plan. See if the GPS is going to work today. Kilo Lima India Tango. Adams Field. Yep, it's still screwed up. Give me a double entry, but it does work. And we're flying to Kilo Mike Papa Juliet. Petit Jean Park, that's it. And we are going to take off direct to the LIT, Lima India Tango VOR. Let's get up there a little closer. So I can see a little clearer. Oops. Alright. The Little Rock VOR, and then we'll go direct to Bibbs. Which I guess is a fix. Bravo India, Bravo, Bravo, Sierra. Oops, Bibbs. Alright. Okay, and that should be our flight plan as it sits. Looks right. Alright. Got our compass set. We're going to be taking off runway 4 hopefully, so let's dial that in. And I think that's all we need for our flight plan at this time. Now we're going to need to, well, I'll show you where we're going. Just a reference for everybody or anybody that wants to know. Here we are in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we're just going to fly up basically the Arkansas River up to Petit Jean Park. Come in on runway 03, which has got an RNAV, but that's basically straight up the Arkansas River from Little Rock. That's where we're going. And I need to get my Beyond ATC up. Let's check our ATIS, see what our let's see, frequencies. ATIS is 125.650.
Wind 330 at 15, gusts 23, visibility 10, few clouds at 6,000, ceiling 11,000 broken, temperature 23, 2.13, altimeter 2969er, landing and departing runway 04 right, 3604 left. Advise on initial contact, you have information whiskey.
Information whiskey, okay. Alright, now we'll just need to call ground and get our IFR clearance. We'll go ahead and do a quick run up first. Check our right mag, left mag. Both about 100 RPM drop, which is ideal. Check carb heat, also about 100. Check our props. Run the props up and down 3 times. Good. Alright, now we can bring this back down to idle. And now we can call our ground. Let's see, we'll go ahead and shut our windows up. Shouldn't be too hot today. Adams Ground, November 610 Alpha Sierra at parking space 1. Request IFR to Petit Jean. I have information whiskey. Almost forgot what information I had.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, Adams Ground, information whiskey correct, cleared to Petit Jean Park Airport. Radar vectors bibs then as filed. Maintain 4,000 feet. Expect 6,000 feet, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.4. Squawk 2520.
Okay. Clear to Petit Jean Park. Radar vectors to bibs, then as filed. Maintain 4,000. Expect 6,000 feet, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is going to be 135.4, and I'm going to squawk 2520. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, 2520.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
We'll call back when ready to taxi. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, 2520. 2520. And we're going to have a departure frequency of 135.4. 135.4. All right, and that should be it. Adams Ground, November 610 Alpha Sierra, ready to taxi.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, runway 4 left taxi via Alpha. Hold short runway 36.
Runway 4 left via Alpha, hold short runway 36, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Wish we actually may be trying to fog up a little bit. Let's go ahead and open up our windows till we get up in the air, I guess. This will be a little bit more noisy. Anyhow, we got some cloud cover today. We'll see how it goes. The outskirts of Hurricane Helene.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, cross runway 36. Continue taxi via Alpha. Hold short runway 36.
Yep. Cross runway 36, continue via Alpha, hold short. Runway 04 left. That's what it should have said.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, cross runway 36. Continue taxi via Alpha.
Cross runway 36, continue via Alpha, November 610 Alpha Sierra.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, contact Adams Tower 118.7. Take care.
Tower on 118.7, thank you for your taxi. Have a great day, November 610 Alpha Sierra. And for convenience, I've got it set up to automatically tune the radios for me. This because it's a little fiddly, but all right. Good morning, Adams Tower, November 610 Alpha Sierra, holding short, runway 4 left, ready for departure.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, Adams Tower, wind 330 at 15, gust 23, fly heading 040, runway 4 left, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading 040, runway 4 left, cleared for takeoff, November 610 Alpha Sierra. All right, let's see, full mixture. Let's get our landing lights on, our strobes on, put our fuel pump on. And we'll line up. Look at that, so we almost got us a straight crosswind, don't we? Oh well, this ought to be interesting. All right, full throttle. We have positive rate. We'll tap our brakes. Landing gear up. Engage our autopilot. Heading mode. And we'll climb out on this heading and climb up to 4,000. See how
November 610 Alpha Sierra, contact Adams departure.
Over to departure, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Have a great day. Thank you for your service. Adams departure, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Good morning. Climbing through 1,800 for 4,000.
November 610 Alpha Sierra. Adams departure, good day. Radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000. Altimeter 29er69er.
Climb and maintain 6,000. November 610 Alpha Sierra. 29er69er.
November 610 Alpha Sierra. Turn left, heading 300.
Left heading 300. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, let's see, we can go ahead and pull our RPMs back to about 2,400 and 24 inches, 25 inches or so manifold pressure. And we're going to lean our engine. We're just going to lean it back till we hear a little misfire. There we go. And give it a little more, and it should be pretty well leaned out. Alright, now we should be also done with our fogging issue, so we can quieten it up in here.
November 610 Alpha Sierra. Contact Memphis Center 128.475.
Memphis Center on 128.475. Thank you for your service. Have a great day. November 610 Alpha Sierra.
My pleasure.
I love ATC, even though it's just a program. Does make it a little bit more realistic feeling. Alright, we're coming up on 4,000. We need to contact Memphis Center. Memphis Center, good morning. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Climbing through 4,100 for 6,000.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, Memphis Center, roger.
Alright, well, there's downtown Little Rock, the airport we just took off from, and the Arkansas River. So this flight, pretty much, you could follow the river all the way to the park, but we're going to let ATC give us the guidance it wants and follow it and see how well it works. Alright, we're coming up on 5,000 feet. 1,000 to go. Everything's good. Got fuel pressure. Got plenty of fuel in. Oil pressure, amps, oil temperature, all in the green. Cylinder head temperature green.
Sierra,
A
Memphis
little,
Center.
little hot.
Radar vectors. RNAV runway 03.
Expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 03, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, well, we're running a little hot on cylinder 5. Let's go ahead and pull back our climb. See if we can. There we go. Cooled it off a little bit. Should be good now. And we'll continue.
November 610 Alpha Sierra. Cleared direct bibs. Resume on navigation.
Clear direct to bibs. Resume on navigation. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, so we got direct to bibs. And we can switch over to nav mode. Oh, we're already actually at past our altitude. Let's descend back down to 6,000. This plane doesn't have any kind of vertical navigation as far as altitude. You can do altitude hold, and you can trim for climb or descent, and that's about it. Alright, 6,100 feet. Keep descending. And 6,000 feet. Well, not quite there. Alright, we'll put on altitude hold. And hold us here at 6,000 as we get ready to fly over Lake Maumelle, our water supply for Little Rock and surrounding area. Main water supply. There's our beautiful Comanche looking down the river. Yeah, this GPS has still got some issues. We weren't following our nav. For some reason I gotta click it on, off of GPS mode and back on before it engages properly. Several little quirks. Hopefully the new sim 2024, when it comes out, less than a couple of months from now, those issues will be resolved. Hopefully. But yeah, ATC is functioning. Seems like this is kind of a test because we took off from a controlled airspace, Little Rock, of course, and flying into Petit Jean, which is non-controlled. So we'll get ATC guidance up to the vicinity of the airport, I would assume, and then it's going to probably switch us over to Unicom, since there's no airport tower at Petit Jean, but it does have an RNAV entry, so you can at least fly in on instruments if you need to. And even though we don't have vertical navigation on the Comanche, you can trim it. And I'm going to swing this over to heading mode to get us kind of back on track. That's another thing on this little GPS. It's the navigation system on the Comanche is not super accurate.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, turn left, heading 300, descend to maintain 5,000 feet, altimeter 2969er, Petit Jean Park landing runway tree.
Huh. Well, that worked out real good, didn't it? Turn left, heading 300, descend and maintain 5,000, Petit Jean Park landing runway 03, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, well, we'll just stay on this course of 300 and we will descend.
November 610 Alpha Sierra altimeter, expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 03.
Expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 03, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, well, let's go ahead and program that in. Get down to 5,000 feet first. And we'll get our procedures. Wonder why I got to select my approach. Direct to bibs. I guess I'm gonna have to put in my airport. Kilo Mike. Papa. Juliet. RNAV, runway 3, vectors to the approach. We'll load that. Unicom's going to be 1229 whenever we get to switch off to that. Might as well go ahead and put that in.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, turn left, heading 270, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 270, vectors for the approach. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Left, heading 210. Is that what they said? 270. All right. Let's see. JETC is our initial approach fix. Alright, well that should take us right into JETC, which is where the vectoring us to. At least I believe. Alright. As we recruise up here, approaching into the Ouachita Mountains, at least the foothills of the Ouachita Mountains. Anyway, ATC seems to be performing like it should. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to put in my frequency for Unicom 122.9. One two 2.9. That way, when we do have to switch over to Unicom, we can just pop right over there. So far, we're still under ATC guidance.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, turn right, heading 295.
Right, heading 295, November 610 Alpha Sierra. 295. Yeah, it sure is nice to have the Beyond ATC VR panel finally fully operational, or at least operational enough. It beats the heck out of what I was having to do before. Even though there are some missing features, it's still much nicer. Yeah, the sim is pretty much come the full distance now. If you're a VR simmer like me and you want to do a complete flight,
November
planning,
610 Alpha Sierra,
everything
turn
inside of
right,
VR,
heading 305.
you can now do it pretty well. Heading 0305. Turn right, heading 305, November 610 Alpha Sierra. 305, huh? But as I was saying, you can pretty much do the complete flight now without ever leaving VR. Planning it, executing it.
November 610
ATC
Alpha Sierra.
now.
Turn left, heading 235.
What? Left heading 235, November 610 Alpha Sierra. Not sure why he wants to go way up to 235. That's a little bit of a weirdness, but I can see it's not taking us off course. It's just sticking us out a little further. I guess from 5,000 feet to give us enough room to descend properly. But it still seems to work. And one of these days, maybe we'll get some VFR ATC operational on Beyond ATC. I had that in the other one, Say Intentions. It worked real well. It was just too expensive.
November 610 Alpha Sierra. Turn right, heading 285.
Right, heading 285, November 610 Alpha Sierra. 285. Well, I have pretty well good confidence. If I couldn't see anything now, that this ATC would at least got me up here and got me to where I could get onto the RNAV.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, 6 miles from Jetsy. Turn right, heading 340. Maintain 3,500 until established on the final approach course. Clear to RNAV runway 03.
Okay. 6 miles from Jetsy. Turn right heading 340. Maintain 3,500 until established on the final approach course. And I'm cleared for RNAV runway 03. November 610 Alpha Sierra. Alright, 340 and descend. And maintain 3,500 feet. Okay, we are on the RNAV. We actually overflew it a little bit. Runway 03. Memphis Center, November 610 Alpha Sierra is established on the approach.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, affirmative.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop our landing gear. Even though we're still a few miles out. Okay, well, we should be. We're a little above our glide slope yet, but we are on course. Make sure. 03.
November 610 Alpha Sierra, no tower services available at Petit Jean Park Airport. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. No, thank you for your service, Memphis. Have a great day. November 610 Alpha Sierra.
You're welcome.
Alright, let's see, we're okay, we're approaching our vertical profile. Runway's in sight. And we are how far from the runway? Petit Jean traffic, November 610 Alpha Sierra, type Comanche, on 10-mile final for runway 03, Petit Jean Park. Alright, let's see, I've got runway in sight. We're going to disconnect the autopilot. Petit Jean traffic, November 610 Alpha Sierra on 5 mile final for runway 03. Petit Jean traffic. Alright, start to slow down a bit. Get one last call to local traffic. Petit Jean traffic, November 610 Alpha Sierra, 2 mile final for runway 03. Petit Jean traffic. Alright, we're going to drop a notch of flaps in now. We're a little high, but not too bad. It's a beautiful, beautiful entry to this little runway. We're sitting up here on this plateau above the Arkansas River Valley. Myself line back up. Alright, then we'll go ahead and drop another notch of flaps as we approach the threshold. Alright, we got our plane cleaned up. We'll no longer need that open. Whoops. Stay on the runway. And we can just turn off our fuel pump now. Strobes. And landing lights are going to come off as we exit the field. Petit Jean traffic, November 610 Alpha Sierra is clear of the field. And we got our little marshaller out here to give us parking assistance all the way out here in the middle of Petit Jean Park. That was nice. Thank you there. We're going to pull our mixture off, kill our engine, and pull our props back. We'll set our brakes on, turn our strobes off, nav lights off, autopilot off. We're going to turn our radios off. We can disconnect our headset now. And our ADF, turn it off. Mags off. And that pretty much covers it. We're going to go ahead and get our control locks on, and we will put our wheel chocks down, our tie downs on, and our pitot cover. And then we can turn our avionics off and our power. And that should have us tidied up for this testing flight to Petit Jean. ATC seemed to work pretty well. Very pleased with the progress. It's coming along fine. And since I don't do much in the big airliners, that's what it's kind of mainly written for, I think. But it did us quite right for flying from a controlled airspace into a non-controlled airspace, giving us the proper directions, at least best I can tell. It seemed to be proper. But anyhow, we'll call that the end of the flight. Everybody have a great day. Triton out. Stop recording. Stop recording.